It don't matter how hard you niggas try. Stop my grind, nah, I ain't gon' fly. KoolAzzUnk, not one of them guys. I keep it 100, no telling lie. Recognize hate by the look in the eye. Keep the grass cut, snakes love the high. 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 It don't matter how hard you niggas try. Stop my grind, nah, I ain't gon' fly. KoolAzzUnk, not one of them guys. I keep it 100, no telling lie. Recognize hate by the look in the eye. Keep the grass cut, snakes love the high. 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 If you know like I know, you better keep your grass cut. Snakes these days be some good actors. All in your back like a chiropractor. Playing the role looking for action. Can't be real, they do it for practice. Ride 20 years, start moving backwards. Shit fucked up like piss on a mattress. Make you cut down your whole tree for one berry. It's scary. They low like the two niggas at the end of belly. It's nothing you could tell me, it's nothing you could sell me. I knew about wolf cookies before I turned to live. Turned around and talked the same shit to Jeff. I can teach you if you let me. Old school bumper patrol, we ready. Smooth like machete. Fight the MCs to confetti, I'm deadly. It don't matter how hard you niggas try. Stop my grind, nah, I ain't gon' fly. KoolAzzUnk, not one of them guys.
Oh, y'all couldn't hear me. What's up, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. Sound Basement Podcast. I am Ever. Today we are joined by Mr. KoolAzzUnk.
Yeah.
That intro was from him. That song was called Snakes. That was once again from KoolAzzUnk, our guest here. That was released through Lore Music Group, the record label, the production company, the everything that you need, man. We bring the business, and once again, we're bringing the hottest artists today. Mr. KoolAzzUnk, man, how you feeling, bro?
Oh, cooling. You know how it is in the jungle, baby.
Oh yeah, man. We're very excited to have you, man. Ever since I saw what you got going on, I was like, I knew I gotta have that guy on, man. Definitely, Sean also approves. He always never forgets to mention you whenever it comes to real big moves. You know, Unc is always included, man. We're always doing it big, man. I love it. I love seeing it. We love having you on once again. We're gonna get right into it, man. Who is KoolAzzUnk, man? Where are you from? What's been your journey up until now?
Shit. I'm originally from South Carolina, a little small country town called Toronto. You know, it's making some waves right now. We on the map here and there. But I've been in the military, so I've been around the world. But right now, I'm coming straight out of North Carolina, out of Fayetteville, 910.
Oh yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, everybody up there is putting in work. You're no exception. That's a fact.
Yep.
When did you start making music? Like, you say that you were in the military. Was music before, after, in the middle of that?
Before, way before. I started music back in 94 when I was in high school. You know, I was 14 years old when I first started. With me and my cousin, we had a little group called First Contender. It was a little record label that we had created, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of the more word of mouth. Oh yeah, we got a label type deal, you know, with dreams and aspirations of taking it somewhere else. But that journey, along with many others, then dazzled out in the flame until I started the Silverback movement. You know, 14, I was real heavy in it. When I got graduated high school, I was still doing it in college. Went to the military, found a couple guys that was into it. We then turned one of the barrack room to a studio. So we was doing it then. We did it overseas. I was with that group that when they dropped the album back in the early 2000s with the Soldiers and stuff. Just one of my tracks wasn't selected, but I was in there recording with them during that time and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now, you know, I kind of rejuvenated, did a rebirth for myself, revamped myself. So KoolAzzUnk is that cool uncle that come to the cookout that all the nephews and nieces love, and all the brothers and cousins and everything. They always want to be around. You know, you pull up in that smooth Cadillac.
Oh yeah, man. That's definitely the vibe that you give off in your music, man. It's very consistent. You never really get really uppity. It's always you always stick to your name, man. You always stay
Yeah.
true to it. I
Yeah,
love it.
everybody want to be the king and want to be the god and all this other. I'm just that.
There you go.
I steal that montage from old Snoop. Snoop keep that presence in the game.
Oh yeah, man. I love it, man. I love it. How did because now I know that before you were with Lore Music Group, you originally signed with United Music Mafia. So
Right.
how did United Music Mafia enter the picture?
Um, I had heard about United Music Mafia through my cousin. My cousin, he's shout out to Daryl Easterlin. Um, he's a big time. He A&R. He got his own label. I know he worked exclusively close to Teddy Riley for some time. He did some writing for some artists over in the West Coast and whatnot. But so I came on UMM as an A&R, the like the one of the North Carolina A&R for this area. You know,
Oh yeah.
and so in that process, I met Sean with Lower through the label because his label is one of the subcontracted labels, and I like what he was doing with his music and everything. So I approached him about being a part of Lower because I could see the growth, I could see the movement, I could see the impact was powerful. I wanted to be a part of something. I needed a family like that when it came to my music because I got tired of the temporaries throughout the years.
Yeah. Yes. I definitely I feel where you're coming from on that. It's really hard to find a genuine I mean, I just up until, really late last year when I came into contact with you and then myself. I don't know if it's location based or not, but just in the music game in general today, it's really hard to find, like you said, a family,
Yeah.
like people that really look out for one another.
Yeah, because one thing about law is still about the music. You got labels that is about the numbers. About how many numbers it can get. What this artist is producing as far as a brand ambassador or whatever like that. But no, with law, it's like you open them to your creativity. You get to be the artist that you want to be, and Sean don't do nothing but help push you along the way, turn
Yes.
everybody to stars.
Yeah, that's consistently what he's told me that the vision is. It's just that everybody's a rock star. It's just our job to make it happen, all of us together.
Right, right, right.
Definitely. I love it. Did label involvement through whether it was United Music Mafia or Lore Music Group or even the label that maybe even you started, with your partner back in the day, did label involvement change your artistry? And if so, how did each label interaction change it?
Well, it's been a couple labels more than I feel we got time to talk about. But the interaction, each thing is a growing process because one thing about us being human creatures, we learn every day. You don't stop learning when you finish school.
Hmm.
So it's you learn your to dos and your to don'ts. And at the same token, you learn what you want, what you're willing to accept, what you need, what you don't need. If you're a true artist and you're true to yourself, excuse me, if you're true to yourself, then your eyes will be open to that. Now, if you're one of the artists that's just trying to get along and just trying to just do something to do something, no, you're not gonna see the identifiers that's telling you, okay, no, if you want to be this artist, you go this way. If you want to be this artist, you go this way. And so it's a growth process. It's something that I can admit to that I had to do a lot of it, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
now that I see the rewards of growth, I invite it. I love it. I love to learn something new that I don't know. I always just been an artist, as far
Oh
as
yeah.
just rapping, that's it. But now I'm getting hungry for the engineer side of it. I'm getting hungry for the video side of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have hands on them instead of just the artist to just sit back and have somebody else just make my image for me. You feel me?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like, well, like what you said, getting the hunger, and I forget what exactly you said now, but just it takes every artist, it takes a very healthy amount of, changes, I guess I should say, for anybody to really evolve.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Evolution is so important to an artist because the audience always demands more. One
Yeah.
thing I was told actually by Sean Starks is that people's attention spans, especially when listening to music, it just kind of it it's not as much as it would be for other things. So you really got to stay on the ball with new stuff, coming
Oh
out
yeah.
with new
Oh yeah. Oh
things,
yeah.
getting involved with new things, new labels, new companies, new opportunities. I like the path that you've taken. You've been here, you've been there, you've definitely done a lot. Are there any other notable milestones that just helped you evolve?
Life itself, going through, and I ain't talking about the life where you have, all the accolades and the luxurious things to show. I'm talking about the hardships of life. You know, the hardships of life give you that push, to push more, especially if you don't want to stay in that same situation, you know. And my milestones in that aspect is overcoming the hardships that I had to endure, from homelessness to unemployment to, the child support, all that type of stuff, the stuff that on a daily the average male, would give up, you know what I'm saying? Or just find another way or a scheme around it so they wouldn't have to deal with it. I've been enduring with trying to balance that with my music. So that's a milestone that I believe is that should be looked at a lot as opposed to the accolade side of everything.
That was very well said. Very well said indeed. Give us some insight. What's important to know, and what's also important to do as a beginning or new artist? What's like something that maybe you didn't get the chance to do and you just know now, oh man, if I would have done that, I definitely would be in a better place now.
Keep it consistent. Consistency is the key. Sometimes you get in the groove of your music going one way, and then you get like one dislike, or you get a show canceled, or something fall through where your money don't, you know, fall where you need it to fall, and you get discouraged. And one thing I found out is, no, you may not can't go to the studio every day. You can't shoot your video every day. But if you do one thing, if you just pick out a beat that you want to work on, come up with a concept, you ain't even got to write to it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you just vibe with the beat, you know what I'm saying? You got a concept, you got a feel for it. You did that much. You did one step more closer to it than where just saying, well, I'll just wait till I get some money to go to a studio and hook up with an engineer or something like that. So I say keep it consistent. As long as you keep doing something daily, one at least just one simple thing towards your career, it'll make it better. Then you'll start getting in the groove to doing more than just that one simple thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. The more you do, the more you get used to it. Definitely.
Right, right.
What divides you? Anything at all that divides you from similar artists, or rather just artists that are in your genre?
Mm, I think with my genre and where I'm trying to take my music and what makes me different is I'm trying to keep it original, you know, and trying to show that within this same realm that we got, we don't have to sound like nobody else. You can sound just like yourself. You can give it to yourself and you can have fun with the music. When you get so caught up on trying to make yourself sound like a sound or become a sound instead of being the sound that you are, because one thing about it is can't nobody tell you how that sound is because ain't nobody never heard it before.
This
You-
is exactly why I had you on.
I mean, can't nobody tell you, oh, that don't sound right. How they know? They ain't never heard it before. You just created it. That's your creation. So once you get confident into doing that and holding that that's what I use. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Oh, you too old to rap or that sound outdated or whatever like that. I guarantee you, it's gonna be somebody like my music.
Oh yeah, I mean that's most of everything that you just said is exactly what I thought when I heard your music. I mean, you even in a song that actually you sent me, one of your lines you said that you're old school with it, but in a way it's a revived version of an old school style of rap and art that really it makes me want to listen. I don't know what it does to other people, but I know what it does to me as an artist and as a musician. It intrigues me. It's like I this sounds familiar, but I know I've never heard it before.
Oh yeah.
Like it brings me it brings me like memories of like Jay Z and even like Don Tripp, Starlito, like old school underground rap. But the way that you make and put your music together, I mean, it honestly, it blows my mind. There's a lot to learn from just listening to your music.
I still try to have fun with it, man. I still, I still listen to old music. Like when if you jump in the whip with me and we riding somewhere, you're gonna hear some old school Fiend, old school No Limit, Dirty Boy, Outkast, stuff like that. Big
Yeah.
Bad. Still listen to all that. Like it just came out today.
Yes, man. You're literally talking about my Pandora stations right now. What does an, or rather, how does an artist find longevity? You know, a lot of people, you hear them say that they're here for a good time, but I take it if you're anything like me, then you and I are here for a long time. You know, how do other people find longevity? How can anybody find it?
It goes back to the love of music. If you doing it for the love, and this is what you set your dream on, you want to be an artist. That's what you want to do with the rest of your life. That's your occupation. Then you're gonna find it because every day you're gonna live your music. If you portraying an image that's not yours, that content runs out. That's just like a television series. It ain't so much. They can't save the world, but so many daggone times. Then the season's gonna run out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to flip the script. I mean, and then you go through a growth stage, especially once you start when you start building your fan base, then that makes it even more easier because then you know what your fans like from you. So then you can be yourself because you got the people that accept you for who you are, that want what you talking about.
Oh yeah. Speaking of people, it definitely takes knowing the right people, people that believe in you for one. I mean, it takes a village to build a town. But that once again, you brought it all back to just remaining consistent and true to yourself. It's keeping the message across. I love it. What is your process of creation for music? Things that you may not necessarily need, but things that make you to put you just in the zone. Things like environment, people, items.
Man, it just with me, it's a good track to write to, a good day. I'm feeling motivated. And you know what? I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm old school with it, so I still do the pen and pad. Sometimes I could
Yeah,
sometimes I could get a good pen and be like, oh, and get so hype off the pen, I wanna just write some lyrics. So then excuse me, then I go put a beat on and just write just for the sake of being able to write with this pen. So
I like it.
it's just something that small to me. You know what I'm saying? It just the whole concept, the whole mindset that I can take this beat that just a sound and make a whole song out of it.
I like it. It's definitely. I mean, that's what it is to me. It's just making like I've just made art out of absolutely nothing. I started with a, and now I got this.
Right,
I
right.
love it. I love it. What are some words of wisdom to young and new artists?
Listen. That's it. Listen, if somebody came, I don't care if you don't like what the person's saying. Listen to it with a grain of salt because it may be something within that paragraph, phrase, quote, or whatever they telling you that they didn't experience. Because you are never too old to learn from anybody's experiences. Being able to get experiences pointed out to you of a similar situation is one of them messages, you know what I'm saying, that you get to let you know, hey, you might be doing. That's one when people be always talking about God give me a sign. That be your sign.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Listening that's always been the thing that I've always been told the most. Just listen.
I mean, if you're doing music, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. You gotta listen to a beat. You got to listen to you gotta listen. So the main thing I tell is listen. They get so complex with listening all the time, thinking that somebody taking something from them. No, somebody just trying to fill your head up. Trust me, that's a big brain you got up there. It ain't gonna never get full.
Oh yeah, there's always plenty to learn. You're never gonna stop learning. If you're doing what you're doing right, then you're learning all along the way.
Right.
I mean, there's only one way to get better. So, well, as we come to the end of this, I want you to let everybody watching, everybody listening, let everybody know. Rep your shit. Give out some shout outs. Let everybody know music that's coming up, shows that you might have happening, any kind of videos that you have dropping, events. Let people know about your socials, man.
All right. First of all, about my socials, I'm the one and only KoolAzzUnk and KoolAzzUnk on right, everything. It's at the bottom of the screen. That's how you spell it. That's all you got to type in. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. That's all you got to type in. As far as music we got coming up, well, you know, KoolAzzUnk is one part of the group Silverback. So we got a single dropping on the 7th called Turning Me Out featuring Cammy Got Ball. I got a video shoot coming up next week for Snakes, shooting for my new video, Coolin'. We got another song, Silverback's dropping right after Turning Me Out called Cruising. So we got the Silverbacks got some things coming up, and the song got some things coming up. About to hit y'all across the head. And then I got my new sneaker coming out with Nike. I already had one last year, so we got the new banana ones coming out. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And I didn't even know about the shoes.
Oh yeah, and I was told last night I might be making my way in a little bit of acting. You know what I'm saying? I got a little sweet tooth for that too.
Oh yeah, man. There's plenty of opportunity of it over here. Lore Music Group, Starman Filmz Global just brings the works. Whatever if you guys can do it, we probably need you. We could probably put you in something. We could probably make you a star. I'm just saying, this is what our people do. Definitely, man. I love it. I'm glad to have you on, man. We're going to show everybody a video of yours, man. It's Off the Grid. It's the basement banger for this episode. We're going to get right into it in just a little bit.
Before we go, I forgot to do my shout out. Shout out to, like I say, the other half of the Silverbacks, my boy Spitter. And then we got another third of the Silverback Beast, but he in Florida right now. But when he get back, we're going to be having that thing jumping. Shout out to Lore Music Group CEO, Mr. Starks over there, and all the other, my other co-artists on that label that's doing big things, getting the numbers. Shout out to y'all too. Shout out to UMM Records, you know, got some global things going off with them. So be in the lookout for that too.
Oh yeah, man, everywhere. Literally. You can't miss it. You really can't miss it. We're going to get right on into this video. Everybody check out Off the Grid by KoolAzzUnk, Lore Music Group, Starman Filmz Global.
Now first off, don't get it twisted, I'm country but still gorilla. Pine trees, dirt road, and the PD river. I'm straight from the raw disrespect. Best believe we deliver like Uber Eats. I got something on the seat. Even if it's not late, you can still get it for free. Don't worry, little buddy, this right here on me. We silverback gorillas, my black heart family. Born and raised in the root, my granddaddy known to shoot. 843 runs through my blood like my DNA do. 2K22, all my ops are see-through. If it ain't about my troops, then it ain't about who. Guaranteed it ain't about you. Done turn this bitch up, sipping lava straight out the cup. I can take over the earth, but I'm starting the country first. Being a target since my birth, I'm retarded, I blast first. Put your body in a black hearse, I never rode a whack bird. I put that on my mama purse, cool ass on one of the worst. Pop your dumb like a bubble bird, I promise you don't want this work. I'm a asshole plus a jerk, get your face put on a shirt. Boy, I go berserk, I'm Tonka tough, your boys like nerds. This microphone is my curse, in the bush just like my boy Kurt. These trees covered in pine, these roads covered in dirt. It's easy to show love, hate requires work. Need I say more? Nah, y'all done had enough.
Oh man, that's how you do it, bro. I love my favorite music videos have got to be those with just the microphones hanging down in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You just come in, do your work, walk off, cut the camera.
Yeah, shout out to Monte Harris. That's his whole vision right there. He the one to do off the grids. I linked up with him on Facebook. He got Tay, I think it's Tay Foreign Visions or Tay Foreign TV. I don't know. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But it's Monte Harris is his name. So you just check him out. You know, he got the off the grid. You can link up with it. He'll come to your location and shoot your joint.
Man, that's it. That's definitely something that people need to try to get, man. That's beautiful. Just everything about it, man, is straight to the point. I love it, man. Well, y'all know what it is. Sound Basement Podcast. This has been KoolAzzUnk. He's brought us wisdom. He's brought us raw facts. He's brought us insight. He's brought us a level of mind between an artist and an executive, someone ready to get the job done, which is pretty much everybody who's been on the show so far, man, because y'all know how we do it.
Yes,
This is Lord Music Group. This is United Music Mafia. I'm Ever. This is KoolAzzUnk.
Yeah,
man. We're very glad that you joined us, man. Everybody, have a blessed one. Thank you again for being here. Most blessed.
It was a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Body look in the eye, keep the grass cut, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high. It don't matter how hard you niggas try, stop my grind, nah, it ain't gon' fly. KoolAzzUnk, not one of them guys, I keep it 100, no telling lie. Recognize hate by the look in the eye, keep the grass cut, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high, snakes love the high.
These niggas reptilians, I am not feeling them. Off with their heads, man, I just be killing them. They don't deserve the energy I'm giving them. I just get rid of them, do my due diligence. Snakes that be hiding, I find them little niggas. I be outside right beside them little niggas. My chopper on fire, it expired them.